Well, here we are at the end of September. October 1st is Wednesday, and Wednesday is also the beginning of our next Storm Hunters edition. This one is Into the Core. Jacqueline and Mark went to the U.S. and did a lot of storm hunting. You're going to see their adventures, and lots going on this season for sure. Let's take a look at a sneak peek right now. Every Wednesday in October, 7 and 10 p.m. Eastern and Pacific time is when you'll catch that latest episode. So I hope you'll tune in. Lots of great adventures that they had down south storm hunting. We're going to take a look right now at our fall colors into the 20s. So Toronto this afternoon, mid-20s is what we're expecting in terms of temperatures. Also want to mention Kapuskasing north of Timmins has been getting snowfall today. Timmins is staying in rain. Most of this is rainfall. As it progresses down to southern Ontario, it is in the form of rain. We will see the cold front passing through, and with that some rain for the GTA. Then we're going to be seeing some drying, and the temperatures do cool with the rain. About 18 degrees is what we can expect tomorrow to reach as a max, and then the temperatures do rebound thereafter. Highest totals further to the north through Tuesday, but again, across southern Ontario in general, it would be about 10. Well, it's that time of year, right? End of September, early October. October is arriving on Wednesday. Can you believe it? How quickly it's gone by? Well, the leaves are changing color, and the temperatures are following suit a little bit this week. Tomorrow we're going to see some rain. I'll have more details on that in just a moment. But maybe it looks like this in your neighborhood. It's pretty glorious this time of year. Let's check in, though, right now with Kevin down by the beach. Yeah, weather-wise, we can't complain. Temperatures mid-20s, but we're going to see a little bit of a cool down tomorrow. Let's go next to Mike at Victoria Harbour. Yes, Mike, there is some active weather headed our way. It's not going to be the end of the world. We have some rainfall coming in. We can handle it, right, for tomorrow morning's commute. So expect to be driving through some rainfall to get to work tomorrow. Right now, we are dealing with rainfall, higher totals in northern Ontario. And also want to mention north of Timmins up toward Kapuskasing, snow. It has been snowing today. Yes, we're going to continue to see a little bit more snow for a while. But then as the low pressure system moves south, it's all rainfall. No fear of any snowfall at this point. But there goes the low south of the lower lakes, and we'll see the highest totals in northern Ontario, 20 to 30 versus 10 to 15 along the southern tier of the province. So we'll expect to see some rainfall for the drive in. We may be through that rain for the drive home, but certainly we're going to be looking at some drier weather for the rest of the week for the most part until this next low comes in, and that one's going to bring us some Friday rain. Temperature-wise, we do see that drop in temperatures heading into tomorrow at 18 degrees, and then we jump back up pretty quickly, in fact, back up to the 20s. Friday's rainfall here, 12 degrees, 13 for Sunday with a mix of sun and cloud in the GTA. Well, summer weather is hanging on with all its might across the GTA, although we will have some more fall-like conditions tomorrow. I'll give you details on that in just a sec. First, though, let's head to the beach. What a better place to be than the beach with temperatures as they are right now. Here's Kevin. Thanks so much, Kevin. Yeah, absolutely. More fall colors. You're probably seeing them in your neighborhood. The leaves are beginning to fall, but we don't have any big wind events necessarily setting up. Let's go to, right now, Victoria Harbour, which is where we find Mike. Interesting. Thank you very much, Mike. We like that. Let's take a look at our weather conditions today. We saw the leaves on the ground there in Toronto this afternoon, feeling wonderful. About 27 is kind of what it's going to feel like. And we'll return there by the end of the week. But we have this low pressure system to deal with, bringing rainfall to the northeast. It's also been snowing in Kapuskasing, which is not all that far from Timmins. We will see only rainfall coming through for tomorrow morning's commute to work. May see some showers on the way home, but largely I think this is going to be more of an overnight and early day, midday rain that we'll be dealing with. So 20 to 30 to the north, and for us 10 to 15 across the south. When we put this in motion, now we're at Wednesday, looking forward to the end of the week, you'll see that there's a low coming in here. And that low is going to bring us some more rainfall, but in advance of that, Thursday will be another warm day. Then we get the rainfall on Friday. At this point, talking 10 to 15 millimeters of rain, so that's what we'll look forward to on the Friday, and then by Saturday, cooling down to 12 with some sunshine in the GTA. Storm Hunters is starting again this season. We've got some really great stories for you. We're going to have them every Wednesday during the month of October, which October begins on this Wednesday, if you can believe it. But here's a sneak preview of what you can expect this season. Mark and Jacqueline know what they're talking about, and you're going to be amazed at some of the stuff that they're going to teach you about in Into the Core, which begins on Wednesday and every Wednesday thereafter in October at 7 and 10 p.m. Eastern and Pacific time. Some really great stuff there. You don't want to miss it. Let's turn it over to our weather. Today, what are we expecting? Summer is hanging on. A week or so now of rain-free for the most part. So now we're going to be seeing rain from this low to the north. This has also resulted in snow on the real top edge of this blue shaded area to northern Ontario, like in Kapuskasing. They saw snowfall this morning. This is all pushing down rain in northeastern Ontario with that, and through southern Ontario. For us, we'll be getting some rain. So the morning drive tomorrow, for the commute, it's probably one where we'll need the windshield wipers on for sure with this type of rain. But I'm not positive that this will necessarily be pouring rain. It'll be consistent rainfall through the morning and afternoon. We're not looking at a lot of high totals here, 10 to 15 millimeters, so it'll be a light rain. We have high pressure across eastern Canada. The low for Halifax stays offshore. What we are dealing with, though, you saw that in that last map. At Friday, we have some rainfall coming in for the GTA, probably about 10 to 20 millimeters of rain, high 21, but then notice the drop in temperatures. It'll be a far different weekend than the one we just experienced. One of the nice things about this time of year, some people like to see the cooler temperatures and get some relief from the heat, although we haven't had all that much heat this year, have we? But nevertheless, we see the leaves changing color. And you think, okay, I can handle that because it just looks so beautiful. Well, Mike went in search of some more leaves changing color as well, and he found it near Georgian Bay. Thanks so much, Mike. And it's at this time of year when the leaves are vulnerable to falling to the ground quickly that we look to wind forecasts, right, to see are we going to get any big gusts of wind, any conditions. We will see the rain in the GTA by morning. It's all from the low to the north. That has brought snow to northern Ontario, north of Timmins. Some snowfall earlier this morning. Now we're getting rain across southeast, or rather northeast Ontario, and through our area by the morning. We'll be dealing with a wet drive into work and possibly on the return home, although it will likely have gone from light rain to more showery in nature by the time we get to that time frame, 10 to 15 millimeters across the south. Tomorrow we have high pressure in place across Atlantic Canada, and then our new low is coming in for Friday, and that's where we see the rainfall icon returning for us in Toronto with a high of 21 by then.
Chris May.
I'm Sheryl Plouffe. Summer in September, yeah, it's hanging on with all its might, but it's only for now. Some changes are coming.
Tell me if you've heard this one before. A quake, a volcano, and a historic hurricane.
The answer, at least for me, is no. Storm Hunters is coming up starting on Wednesday and all through the month of October. We'll give you a sneak peek as well.
Yeah, that all coming up. So let's start right now with the temperatures. That system that departed from the prairies has now moved into Ontario to varying degrees of intensity. See the blue lines? Now you're looking at the snow, heavy amounts of rain. One of the last few days of summer in Toronto at 24.
Yeah, so we have had some heat certainly across the maritime provinces, some really nice values here, but now we're starting to see a little bit more of a return to what's seasonal, and that will be pretty much the case as we head through the rest of the week. But you were mentioning, Chris, the difference in temperatures. Look at this back on Sunday, the difference between Chapleau at 24 versus Timmins at 10. That's what the cold front does, and you said it, Kapuskasing had snow today.
That's where that blue hue was all of what's happening, and it's coming from the north and it's sliding south. Where did it come from? It came from Manitoba. It came from the entire prairies, but taking a look at what happened, the variance between Saturday and Sunday. Yeah,
big time temperature change now that the front has come through. And we're going to have another cold front bringing some rain to Edmonton by tomorrow, getting some rainfall, and temperatures will be cooling thereafter. Look at Calgary, Thursday, 8 degrees as the daytime high.
What grabs my attention is when you wake up on Wednesday.
Mid-20s, tomorrow 18 with rainfall, and Halifax, you're going to be seeing some seasonal temperatures for the rest of the week too.
Yeah, difference is in Toronto by the weekend it goes back down to fall, where at least Halifax holds on to some sort of stability. Now, when you're looking for stable ground, you're not finding it in times of earthquake. And this was a 4.4 in plate, and it's all mountain, and it's all obviously constantly moving. We're looking back 11 years ago.
Damaged, as we know all too well. It was a huge weather event, and this is the 11th anniversary. Just some statistics to share with you. The diameter of the eye was 35 kilometers. Pretty amazing stuff. Let's take a look now at our storm hunters, because it's starting this week. Thanks so much, Kevin. Yeah, today is going to be a great day once again. We actually had some really nice warm temperatures to end the weekend. So yes, we are on track. However, It's above average now. We're going to see a bit of a drop, though, in our temperatures because this cold front has to come through, and with that, there will be some rain. We actually had some snow north of Timmins earlier in the day. Now we're talking about this front passing down, and with that, we're going to be seeing some rain. The bigger totals are further to the north. The lower totals, 10 to 15 millimeters across southern Ontario is what we're expecting. And looking at our 7-day forecast, you can see that we have a return to more rainfall by Friday from our new low coming in, and then the temperatures drop for the weekend. So this upcoming weekend is nothing like what we just experienced, which was really hanging on to summer. Oshawa, great conditions right through to the end of the week, despite that rainfall tomorrow in the high teens, and that rain total will be at most 15 millimeters. Then we get the Friday rain to come in, and then it's cooled down again for Saturday and Sunday with still some isolated showers possible. Looking at Barrie, yep, lots of cloud cover hanging on through to the end of the week. Friday more rain, and then a return to that by Sunday as well. And looking at Hamilton's 7-day forecast, Tuesday rain, Friday rain as well. Stay with us. We've got your Long Ranger coming up in just a few moments, a discussion about what's expected beyond this time frame. But first, we want to take a look back on the summer that was and what might be considered the wild summer of 2014.